In this video, we're going to discuss federated learning in retail environments. First, what's federated learning? Usually, if we talk about federated learning or federated AI, we have edge location or different jurisdictions of specific data origin or data sources. So usually, we would see having data being collated in a central place, and out of that data, we train the AI model. In federated learning, we do this a bit differently. In federated learning, we have a lot of edge locations or federated locations. Those could be, for example, hospitals, or in the retail scenario, retail stores. And all those locations then train those AI models separately. Once those AI models are trained, we aggregate those models in a central location. And so those weights and parameters of those AI models are now consolidated, and we get the learnings out of each location's data. That brings the data volume down, but it also leaves the data privacy in place. So now where does Red Hat come into this federated learning or federated AI scenario? This is where we look at RHACM, or also called Red Hat Advanced Cluster Management. RHACM allows you to automatically deploy federated AI or federated learning environments. In the retail scenario, it doesn't matter whether you have 400 stores or 10,000 stores or 5 stores. If you want to deploy federated learning infrastructure across your store infrastructure, then Red Hat Advanced Cluster Management is the tool to do that. There is an open source project associated with RHACM. It's called OCM. It stands for Open Cluster Management. And this is currently where the Red Hat CTO office and Red Hat Engineering build the capabilities for this Red Hat Advanced Cluster Management capability to deploy those federated learning environments. So you can then basically use a button click and deploy those federated learning scenarios. Now we have Red Hat Advanced Cluster Manager having deployed the entire federated learning infrastructure. What we can do now is go into the data science part of federated learning. That means we have now the ability to take all our store infrastructure and run different tests across the segmentation of those stores. And the segmentation of stores can be alongside different dimensions. That could be, for example, the demographics that you see. That could be the location. So demographics, for example, if you have a map and you have a store at a highway, that is most likely being in the same segmentation as another store at a highway, even though that location might be further apart. So this is where now Red Hat Advanced Cluster Manager becomes very important, because all those different segmentations that you can see in a retail scenario allow you to simply deploy multiple instances of a federated learning or federated AI solution. Furthermore, we have scenarios where we have a multitude of store ownership scenarios. Let's say brands like Nike or Starbucks, some are owned by franchisees, others are owned actually by the headquarters. And so the data privacy concerns that I explained earlier fit into that scenario, where different franchisees do not want their data to be shared with other franchisees. However, they would like to get the benefits out of this federated learning scenario so that they can gain the insights, how to, for example, manage stock levels or how to predict demand based on seasonal or other factors.